Fantastic Thursday. Roleplay in 25 minutes with Philippe. Looking forward to it. Philippe is actually on a fitness offer, so I really want to know what experience and insights he has. He'll have a much more realistic idea of what a prospect in that type of course, what kind of objections they'll have, how they'll talk. I want to know all of it. So, looking forward to that. I'm going to get my notes up here. Notes from today's sales training call with Tim. So, current state. Focus on finding problems being faced in the present that can be fixed by the course right now, not past problems that we want to bring as pain points later on. So, oh, this was bothering me a year from now. What's bothering them right now, and then how can our course fix that pain point right now? We want the present problems that makes it easier to sell the investment of however much it is, the 5k. Makes it easy to justify. We don't need to be too over emotional when asking about current problems. Don't need to be too sappy. Just get what we need. Desire. Ask direct questions about info from current state again. We don't want negative language. This is important. We don't want negative language when finding desire. So if we ask them, what is that going to do for you specifically? We don't want them saying, oh, I don't want to deal with bills or stress. That's what they don't want. That's negative. So again, frame it, well, okay, well, if that's what you don't want, what do you want? Not what you fear. So again, I'm just going to cut you off there. Oh, can I just jump in there? Sorry to cut you off. Being in this future, instead of not, I didn't clean this up, obviously. Like, what is it that you actually want? What are you looking for? That positive future. What does that positive future look like? There you go. Sorry to cut you off there. When you actually get to that goal, what does that future look like? And then and then whatever he says, being able to pay for my kids' future, or having a holiday, or getting that respect, or having that confidence. Cool. How does that make you feel? Do I say how does that make you feel? Or what would that being in that future state feel like? What would that, being able to just, how would being in that position make you feel? What would it feel like? I think feel like sounds better. How would that make you feel? What does that feel like? Sounds more in the present tense. How would that make you feel? Sounds hypothetical. Well, I don't know how it made me feel. How would it make you feel? I don't know. What would that feel like? I guess that's painting a more vivid picture. Like, what would being in this state where you do this, do that, feel like? What would that feel like? And then if they give you if we're moving into fear, if they give a 10-year time frame, it's unrealistic. 10 years in the future, come on now. Bring it back, 1 to 3 years. Realistic, imaginable time frame. The fear feels more real. Finishing off fear, going to pitch. Skip. Again, this last question where I ask, do you want us to help you make those changes? It never made sense when I was asking it. So I'd always have to dress it up in, listen, when we go over what we do and you're 100% certain in what we do you want us to help you make those changes? Yes or no? If that was me being asked that question, well, I'll just answer, well, I don't know, because you've not told me. How can I commit to something I don't know about? That question never really made sense. It makes sense to cross that out. It does actually make sense to cross that out. Because it just doesn't fit in. Yeah. This is a perfect example as to why I should be questioning everything that I learn so that it does make concrete sense. Because that last part there didn't make sense. Finances. When it comes to objections, always shut the door on finances first before going into, well, if they give a partner objection, handle the partner objection first. No, actually don't. Don't handle the partner objection first. Handle the fear. Handle the finance first. Say, yeah, I just want to talk to my partner about the finances. Then it's finances, okay? Just then diffuse, double buy-in. Can I ask? Like, let's say we have the money dropped out of the sky. Would you invest it? This, that. Okay, well, the investment we can sort out. Is it a case that I have the full amount, the partial amount, or do we need to both bally up if they're from the UK? If they're from the US, they ain't know what we're talking about. Is it a case that we need to bally up and rob a bank? Bit of humour. We say, no, I have the full amount. It's just a bit scary. I want to talk to my partner. Or, we don't have the full amount, which is what I want to talk to my partner about. Or wherever it is, just be like, okay, well, the money's the easy thing. Listen, I don't want to take food off of your plate. We'll come up with a structured plan that works for you, that, doesn't doesn't put stress on you. We can work around that. That's the easy stuff. What's the easy stuff? So would you say, there's a bit of uncertainty? Or I could just say, well, can I ask, when you do go, so would you say finances? Uncertainty with how I'm going to say this. Let's flesh this out. What am I thinking right now? So I'm thinking, okay, well, is it a case that you have the full amount, partial amount, or none? If they say, yeah, I've got the full amount, I just want to talk to my partner, it's okay. Then it's not a finance logistics issue, it's uncertainty, it's fair. Bingo. If it's we don't have the full amount, which is why I want to, I just want to talk to my partner. I could be okay, no bother. Well, we can easily split this up to you into a marginal amount. Yeah, I still want to talk. No bother. Can I ask, when you go and think things over, when you go and talk to your partner about this, do you feel like they will want you to see this result? Do you feel like they will? I think I need to. I'm going to write a new partner protocol because this is Tim's old protocol, and it's completely different to Bill's. Bill's seems more streamlined. I'm going to write that down here actually. Yeah. Okay. Based on, in the past, what would have potential blocks? Thing is, I'm doing all of this. I haven't properly tied down the finances. I guess when I say we can do a personalized plan, payment plan. Where is the rest of my payment plan? Where are you? Where are you, pal? Yeah, this would fit. Finances, mate, where are you? Finance. Fear. Finance. Cool. See, these are the intricacies and the objection handling that I really want to get a clear grip on. Because when it comes to info gathering, it's the structure is very, very simple. I know what answers that I want. I just go for current state, desire, fear, and I know exactly what I want from these places, and I can really, really guide the conversation. If the topic veers off track, I know exactly how to get them back on that straight line. Objections is where it gets techie. I've realized now that this is where it gets a bit muddy. So what I'm going to do after my call here is draw up a flowchart. It's going to be Bill's flowchart on how he handles objections, a clear structure, and I just fill it in with all the stuff that I've learned. It's a clear pathway. And I'll just have it in front of me again. I've got so much stuff on my wall. It makes it so much easier to visualize things. And I have realized, by the way, this is a good thing. It's also slightly bad, but it's more good. I am thinking about sales fucking 23 hours a day. Right? 23. That extra hour is when I'm training, I'm boxing. Right? Even when I'm studying for dentistry, I'm thinking about sales, bruv. I'm thinking about sales. It's in my head. I've got the sales bug. Because I've done the math, right? I know how much I can earn as a dentist. I know how much I can earn in sales. The ceiling for sales is higher. And I've been in these calls, yeah. I know how much work I'm putting in. I can outwork everyone. And I want to, because this stuff is genuinely super interesting. People are so interesting, right? Anyway, back to finances. So, finance, I just want to think about it, talk to my partner, send me an email, which I know how to handle. Run it by my spouse, no problem. Just get it through. But always handle the finances first. Get a confirmation. It's just a lot of money. Then is it understand? And getting to this is also a lot. Makes sense. We'll make it work for you. What the question is, this is after the double buy-in. Important. So why? Why do you think it work? It's just a lot of money. Perfect. I understand, and getting to this is also a lot. It's everything, again, asking what is coming up for you if they say finances again. Or just want to talk to finances, cool. Understand, and this is also a lot, so we can help you figure out the investment stuff, and being it there is also something yourself, get clarification in terms of this, have the finances. Shut off the finances completely. But it's just, I want to talk to my partner. Then handle the partner. Yeah, no problem. Then go into the partner protocol. Google meeting in this. So, I've had this book for about a month now. It's interesting. Nothing directly relevant when it comes to high ticket closing, but the thing about mastery or innovating is once you replicate what all the top people are doing, then the only way you advance is by bringing in expertise from elsewhere. This is still sales, but it's good. What page am I on? 147. Yeah, I mean, I'm about 2/3. I want this finished because this stuff arrived today, and I like this one. Super interesting. This has really got my curiosity spiked. Because I like to think that I have a very good understanding of how to manipulate my own self-image, my own thoughts in order to get the most out of myself. But I don't know what I don't know, so I want to read this. Man. Cool, let's set up the Google Meet.
Okay.
Cool.
So just like a small FYI, I think so I got about maybe 40 minutes left before I have to kind of bounce. I think we can manage to get you in as well if you want to roleplay as well.
40 minutes is more than enough. We can definitely make that work.
Just tell me, finish up your, I guess, your review, the feedback, and then we can go for you.
Yeah. So for current state, desire, and fear, you were asking the right question. I was recognizing the questions, but I wasn't giving you a full answer. I was trying to shy away, not paint a full picture.
Yeah, I think you were not going, you were shallow in a lot of
Yes.
what you gave me. That's something I thought to myself while I was kind of going through the questions with you. So I definitely, I guess, have to make sure I go deeper next time because you haven't given me, like, I think emotionally you haven't opened up enough to kind of tell me why you want to do this.
Absolutely. I was shying away. I was giving you on the surface answers, not really acknowledging how bad it Storm was making me feel. I was just giving you
Okay.
surface level answers.
Okay, cool. I guess I'll try to definitely work on that. Okay, I think that's the two biggest things is just get more emotional opening up and then for the objections, have better framework because like, with my sales, it's kind of different sales I did. It was in the financial industry. Like I had some good results, with these companies I work with, but this is like a different sale, fitness, emotions. Like I'm not used to kind of dig into the emotion side of things with people.
Mhm.
I'm very logical person. So when I talk to somebody, like if it logically makes sense for you to do something, like that's enough for me. But I don't know for some people, they need like an emotional incentive to do something. So definitely, I guess trying to become better in this way as well. But
Oh.
okay, cool. Anything else?
No, nothing for me. No.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, let's do the same thing. Just tell me some of the key details about who you want me to be as a prospect, and give me some
Yeah.
general.
So the
Yeah.
course again, fitness offer, same context. So you want to lose 20 kg, get down to 100 kilograms. You've been trying to do this for the last 6 months to the last year. Um, there's some underlying stuff there as well, some mental demons, but you don't really want to acknowledge those things.
Just tell me how many kilograms I was trying to lose.
20.
20. Okay.
And then the rest, just again, you fill it in based off what you know from the prospects you
Okay.
talk to.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Hey, what's up, Philippe? Hey,
Uh,
mysterious background. How you doing
it
today,
is.
pal?
It is. Thank you, boss. I'm good. I'm good. You?
Bro, I'm doing fantastic. I'm ready to do some work.
Yeah. Same.
So,
I was hoping to get some answers with my weight problem. So happy to have you in the call.
weight problems. Yes, yes. Well, when it comes to your weight loss, can I
Yeah.
ask, what are you looking for specifically?
Yeah. I'm looking to lose 20 kgs. That's kind of the number I have in my head that I
Hmm,
want to get to. Like I want to lose 20.
20. If you don't mind me asking, how much do you weigh right now?
Yeah, I'm at 120 now kgs. I'm pretty tall though. I'm like 6'6", so like I want to get to 100 back again. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, you say 100 again, so you were 100 before?
Well, yeah, I used to be 100 before. I think over the almost 2-3 years. During
Yeah.
COVID, with just not having to go to work and eating a lot and not going to the gym and like doing some different like fun stuff, I just put on this weight and I've tried a few things now. I just cannot get rid of it.
Right, so you say the last 5 years, it's kind of been a down spiral,
I guess weight wise for sure. Yeah.
weight-wise. Okay, okay. And what have you been doing to try and get back down to this 100 kg?
Um, I've been trying to go to the gym. Um, when I say try, I mean I go, but it's like most of the times I go there, like I do some exercises and then like it's like it looks good for like a month, and then after a month I go skip a day, I skip 2 days, and then like these past 2 years it's been very on and off. Like I go there, I be consistent for a bit, and then I stop, and it's kind of been frustrating in that way.
Right, so it's been very short periods of having that motivation, and then you
Yeah,
drop off, you lose all that progress, you're back to square one. Am I reading this
yeah,
correctly?
yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's
Okay.
exactly it.
Okay, so how many times a week would you say you go to the gym currently?
So actually, right now I don't go at all. Last time I was in the
Oh,
gym was
yeah,
like 2 months ago. I guess this is where it
two,
comes down to, yeah.
2 months.
Yeah,
That's
just like feeling like I don't have time to go, or feeling like sometimes I know I could go, but I just like I'm lazy to get up and do it.
right.
Just I hate the place I got myself to. Like it's very frustrating.
That's rough. I understand what you're saying. Having this stop-start routine of going for a short period of time and then losing all that progress, all that hard work, and then being in that spot where you feel frustrated. How long have you been doing things this way?
I guess the past maybe this year, past few months,
Last
it
year.
has yeah, it has been especially like bad. Like before it used to be okay. Just in the past like 1 year I put on like 10 kg more. So like I'm now at my
Ah,
heaviest, 120, and like I feel like I struggle with like this has been going on for me for quite some time, having the discipline to do what's right and stick to like going to the gym. Um, because sometimes when I don't feel like I want to go, I just don't.
yeah.
And then like after a few days, I regret the fact that I didn't go. So I'm in like a very dark place now, and so I feel like I'll never be able to lose this weight.
Okay, and you said you put 10 kg on last year. That's okay.
Yeah,
That's rough.
yeah,
That's rough, brother. And you also mentioned that you feel like there's this problem where you lose the discipline. Is this something that you've
yeah.
been dealing with for the last 5 years, or is this something else going on that's been going on for
I
longer?
I would like to say for sure these past few years it has been the case. Because before that I was okay health wise. I was at 90, 95. Like I was looking okay. I was looking good, right? Played basketball. Really after the COVID and just being at home for such a long time, it suddenly became so difficult to do the consistent good things for myself. Like I just prefer do the bad thing. I don't know where it's coming from.
I understand. And you just said you were 90, 95. So that's not 20 kg from where you are now. That's 30 kg. That's when you were at
Yeah, that
90 kg, that's when you were feeling good.
yeah. Actually, when you put it this way, yeah, it's actually 30 kgs. If I wanted
30
to get,
kg.
I thought I guess when if I get to 100, I'll feel a lot better, and then I get to 90, you know. But I guess the ultimate goal would be like 30.
So the ultimate goal is 30 kg. So,
Yeah,
okay, I understand. Well, okay, I understand what you're saying.
yeah,
What would you say when you say you've been doing these things for the past year or the past 5 years,
yeah,
going in a slow downward spiral when it comes to your weight? Do you
yeah.
feel that if you keep doing things this way, that you're going to see the results that you want, that 30 kilo weight loss, as
Mm.
quickly as you want them, or do you
Oh,
feel you're going to have to make a few changes?
I definitely think if I just do what I'm doing now, not only am I not going to lose the weight, I'm going to probably continue putting it on.
Mm,
So I definitely recognize that, okay, I need to change something now. Um, I don't know, like right now, what I'm doing that's, I mean, I'm not going to the gym, so that's bad.
yeah,
Nutrition wise, I just try to eat less. Like sometimes I'll skip a meal. I feel hungry, but I'll be like, okay, whatever. I'll, feel hungry and it's going to help me, combat this weight. But I think for sure, like a lot needs to change. I think with the way I'm doing things now, it's not optimized at all. Like have a plan, I'm just winging it.
definitely. And it's just taking you further and further down this hole.
Yeah,
I
for sure.
understand. Well, in terms of getting back to this 90 kg weight,
Yeah,
when our team does put you in that position, where you are feeling, you're at this 90 kg, you said you were playing sports, you
yeah,
said you think better about yourself, and you didn't have this, mental turmoil in your head where you've got this
yeah,
constant anxiety of,
yeah.
well, what's going to happen now? What will that do for you personally?
Well, I mean, I'll be 30 kgs lighter, so I'll be at 90, I guess, first
Yeah.
and foremost. Like physically, I feel back the way I felt. So when I used to play basketball, like just that feeling of being able to run, to jump, to be strong, to feel like just you feel. I don't want to say invincible, but you feel very powerful. So I think that's something I'm missing because now when I walk a flight of stairs, I'm out of breath. With
That's rough, yes.
and I never thought that was gonna be me because the way I was, like I could do some pretty impressive physical things. So to now be on this opposite side of things, it just feels very strange. Like I don't belong here. So I think I'm gonna feel more confident, healthier, just and I guess ultimately the biggest thing I guess see with the weight is it's affecting my confidence. So probably gonna feel a lot more confident as well.
Right. The confidence. I mean, how would you say having that lack of confidence? How's that? When you gain that confidence, when you're back
Yeah.
down to that 90 kg, what would that confidence, what would that mean to you? How would that change your situation?
So I mean, it changes everything. So because this is the way I've been since I guess I was born is I was very connected to my self-image and the way I
Mm.
present myself to the world. So if I feel like I look good, I'm confident. If I feel like I look not as good, not where I think I should be, that makes me feel less confident from the get-go. So I think the way this has been affecting me is even in some social interactions, I feel anxious. I feel like, oh, do they think I'm fat? Do they see what I'm seeing? Like the kind of these
Yeah,
negative thoughts, which when I'm at 90, I don't have. So, at 90, I feel very confident, very outspoken, very extroverted. I would say
yeah,
now I'm kind of becoming an introvert because of this. Yeah.
that's rough. Do you just out of interest? Do you have a partner or do you have a wife?
Yeah, I do have a long-term girlfriend, soon to be hopefully fiance and all the next things that follow. But yeah, no
Mhm.
kids. Also, just me and her.
Okay, and then getting down to that 90 kg weight, how do you think that would affect your relationship?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think well, she loves me anyway, right? But the way it would affect would be more so the way I would conduct myself. Because
Mhm.
sometimes I want to be the best I can for her, and I feel like when I'm not, it like I just feel less confident in some circumstances. So I feel like the way they would affect to this question you asked, I probably would be like if I feel more confident and I show that to her, she's probably going to be more happy. So I can see how if I lost the weight,
Yeah,
got to my old ways, she would be more happy with me than what
yeah.
she is now.
And getting to that 90 kg where you conduct yourself in a different way, you're more confident, you're more certain, and she does treat you, and
Yeah,
she's more happy.
yeah.
How would that make you feel in yourself?
Um, I guess I would feel for sure more. So I'm pretty happy as is, but I think ultimately, like this is one thing that's kind of
Mm.
weighing on me. So to get rid of that, that's actually the bigger plus. I don't think that what I gain will be as big, but what I get rid of will be much bigger because I wake up every day with these thoughts, and because I'm so self-critical, like it's there every day. So every day I have to feel bad about myself at least once, and then that probably has an
Right.
effect on the way I treat her.
I understand. So, I mean, I'll reframe the question then. Getting rid of these thoughts
Yeah.
and then being able to give you all to your wife, how would
Yeah.
that make you feel?
Honestly, that would make me feel very, very happy with myself because one of the things I'm trying to do is show her
Mm.
how much she means to me, and I think I do that in a lot of ways. But like, there's no excuse not to take care of myself.
Yeah.
I'm especially afraid now being 120, like because I'm tall, I'm big. Like my dad is my height. He's like 180 kg, so he's very, very heavy. So I see myself. What if I go to that weight myself? Like I don't want to do that to her, to myself. So I definitely want to make sure I never have to live that life. I want to make sure I fix it now, if that makes sense.
I understand. I mean, but how would removing this? So
Yeah,
I understand why you don't want this, but how
yeah.
would removing this make you feel? Like, would it make you feel? Would
Oh,
you give
okay.
that clarity? Would you
I guess I would feel just happier and
happier?
definitely more confident, and I
Yes,
guess anxiety would go away. So I'd be in a very content place if I could use a single word.
I understand. Well,
Yeah,
out of curiosity, why is it so important for you to take action to make that happen now? Where you're happier, you're able to
yeah,
give more to your wife, she's happier, and you yourself, you feel more confident around her, around in social situations.
yeah,
You have that confidence to play. You say to play basketball.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Why do you want to make that happen now? Why not
Mm,
continue to do the same thing you've been doing for the last 5 years? And
yeah. Well, I think if I continue doing what I'm doing the past five, it's gonna get worse. So the anxiety is gonna go up, the confidence is gonna go down,
mm,
and the fact that I feel out of breath when I climb up the stairs, that problem is going to be with me every single day. So I kind of want to get away from that. And the big reason why it's like now instead of later is like I'm feeling pretty fed up and sick with where I'm at. I mean,
right.
I've never taken proactive action to do anything about this, like this, to be on a call and talk to somebody. But I think just seeing myself be here with you talking, it's like, okay, I'm serious about doing this because I don't want to imagine the next 5 years if I don't.
Right. Well, just to offer some perspective, it's often what I found talking to clients. I've talked to hundreds of clients who've been in the same situation you have.
Yeah,
Painting that picture of where you want to go is very useful, but you said you don't want to imagine what it'll be like in 5 years.
yeah,
Painting that picture of where you don't want to be is just as important because you now know what to avoid. So, can
yeah,
I challenge you? In the next 2 to 3 years, you said you've actually been you put on 10 kilos in the last year.
yeah.
Where do you think you'll be if you don't make any changes? Where do you think you'll be in the next 2 to 3 years?
Mm, I guess if I don't make any changes, I probably reach 140. I think I'm on a good pace to do that. And then I think my confidence at that point, like now it's still doable, but I think I'm at 140. I'm gonna be very, very like anxious and
Right,
very unhappy. At that point, I think I would become extremely unhappy. Like
right.
because now I feel like it's too late, but if I go to 140, I think I just might give up.
Okay, no, I understand. That's rough.
Yeah,
What would that situation really look like when you said you feel you wouldn't even be happy anymore? So am I
yeah.
correct in saying you'd feel depressed then?
I would definitely go ahead and use the word
Right.
depressed. I think even now, like when I deal with some of these thoughts, it's like okay, it's a depressing state of mind, but it's still doable. I think at 140, like I'm just fat. It's not even
Mm,
negotiable anymore. And then probably walking the flight of stairs gets even worse. My confidence goes down times 10. Um,
mm,
just that place, if I can imagine myself there, would be like a nightmare, honestly. I mean, I know it can happen, and I think
yeah,
I realize that, and I'm afraid of that. It's like a really real thing that can happen. It's not just like a fantasy
yeah.
story. So I think for sure, like the part of the fact that I'm on this call is I know that can be me in the next 2 years, 3 years if I don't change. Like I
Yeah.
know that, and it's scaring the shit out of me. Sorry to
No,
curse.
no, no, no. Listen, no. No. That's. I'm going to be completely transparent with you, brother. That's
Yeah,
fucking scary,
yeah,
and I don't want that for you. I don't think you want that for you either. I mean, you said yourself, you feel like you're able to give less to your wife because you're dealing with these
yeah,
demons. When you're 140 kg,
yeah.
if you are, and you're no longer happy or depressed, I mean, how would that affect your wife?
I get. Should probably be very happy with the fact I am no longer questioning myself because sometimes now I would ask her, "Hey, do you think I'm fat? Do you think the way I look now is bad?" And she like rolls her eyes because I ask her that like every 5 days. So I think for her to see that I'm okay, I'm confident again, she would be very happy for me, and that would probably so the way I would conduct myself in social situations, and she could see me be more confident. You know how women are. Probably it would be a very good received on her end as well.
I understand, but the question I asked was the opposite. So, how would it affect her if you kept on going as you are now?
Oh,
You
if
reached
I kept okay,
140
no, okay,
and
I
you're
missed.
no longer happy.
Oh, apologies. I think
That's okay.
I like to think I know she loves me, so I think for her it would not be a deal breaker.
Mm,
But she's very fit. She goes to the gym. She's very healthy. So I think seeing her look at me and say, "Hey, this guy's not trying at all." Meanwhile, look at me. I'm taking care of myself for him. Like I know deep down, probably she's gonna judge me for the fact I'm letting go, where she's putting
right,
in her 100%. So I don't want to lose her because I'm an
right.
idiot who just keep putting on this weight. So I think I love her, but man, it's one of those things. Like if you want a relationship to work, take care of yourself first. I think I haven't been doing that these past few years, and I don't want her to be with an obese guy because she loves him. I want her to
Mm.
be with the guy she fell in love with when we met like 7 years ago.
I understand. I mean, you said she'd judge. You said she keeps fit, and that she'd judge if you weren't, willing to make a change.
Yeah.
That's a very rough situation. But I want to know what's going on in your head. How would that really make you feel if you were in that situation?
Um, I mean, she's a big support for me. So
Mm,
to start seeing that one big support I have start to fade away because she's starting to become fed up, it would be very scary. It's almost one of those things is
scary. Absolutely.
because I love the time we spent together. To imagine that I could push that away, which I could, right? I could do that
Mm,
if I continue this way. I think it's also something I don't want to happen. I don't want her to look at me one day and say, "Oh, what the fuck am I doing with this guy?" Right?
Yeah, that's a heartbreaking thought. When you
Yeah,
agree.
yeah, it is.
Well, are you willing to settle and let that all happen?
Honestly, it's one of those things. Hell no. I don't think there's any doubt from my perspective. Like if I could choose to continue this way, no, no, no.
Hmm.
Like I need to change this, however I know how.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Well, whose responsibility is it ultimately to make sure that you don't keep on going down this path you've been going down for the past year?
One of, yeah.
Uh, yeah, when you say it's yours,
No, for sure it's mine. I put on the weight myself.
yes.
Think it's gonna be my responsibility to put it off, lose it myself as well. Yeah.
Well, are you ready to draw a line in the sand and make a firm commitment to yourself to change the way that you've done things for the past 4 years? Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Well, here's the pitch. I'm gonna speed run through. We
Yeah,
do X, Y, Z. We do
yeah,
this. We do that. The real key here is that within the next few weeks and months, you start to see a complete change in the way that you do things, and
okay.
that's going to get you closer to getting down to that 90 kilo.
Hmm.
And once you start seeing these small results,
Yeah,
these are one of the keys. Once you see these small results, that's going to give you that extra motivation. Oh, I can get this much progress in this amount of time. If I keep walking down this path, I'll get back to this 90 kilos, playing
yeah,
basketball with my friends, feeling confident in myself, being able to
yeah,
give more happiness, more abundance to my life.
yeah.
So this is where it's going to take you. The
Okay.
investment is £4,000, and there's a few ways that we can break that up if needed.
Mm,
The
okay.
next steps from there is we'll set you up with our coach Greg, and then we'll get you a personalized plan that works around your lifestyle and your work. We're ready
Mm.
to get you started, if that sounds good.
Mm, no, I definitely want to lose the weight, and what you just described to me, I see how, like, if I do what you guys tell me, I see how I could do that. I think the biggest thing for me is I was kind of expecting, I have no idea what the price is going to be. So the 4,000 pounds, I think, uh, I never paid anything like this in my life. I think, probably have to go think about, just the finances. And I think with the weight and thing, I want to lose it. It's just about, I guess, figuring out the finances and just thinking about that as well. 4,000 to pay that. It's kind of, I don't know, it feels like a lot. I don't know why.
No bother, no bother. Just to make sure that I've given you all the information that you need. I've done my job. Can
Yeah.
I ask, based on what we've talked about here today, are you 100% certain in the course itself that it can get you to that 90 kilos?
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I think
Sure.
the course itself could definitely get me to that place.
Hmm. Why do you think it can get you to that place?
Oof. I guess because having the professional support, having the one-on-one coach with Greg, him building my workouts, him staying in touch with me, kind of having daily checkings. I think like having that is the thing I'm missing. Because when before I used to go to the gym and be consistent, I had my good friend John. We would go together and we would push each other. We would be there. So I think when I lost that, I felt like, okay, when I go to the gym, it's kind of boring. There's no competition. So I think when I look at this program or what you said, I think having that again is the thing that's gonna do it for me. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So when you go away and you go think about it, can I ask
Yeah.
what is coming up for you other than the finances to make sure to do that? Is there anything else? Just to
Mm,
see if I can help you here.
yeah. Okay. No, I think it's just about the finances. So when I go think about it, I'll go look at,
Mm.
like, I'll take out the Excel sheet. I'll say, okay, I have this much money. I have this much expenses. Can I do this?
Mm.
Can I do that? That kind of thing, right? And then I'll get back to you as soon as possible to tell you if we're gonna go in.
Ah, okay. So in terms of the investment itself, is it a case of that you have the full 4,000, or is it or but it's just a bit scary to invest that full 4,000,
Mm.
or is it a case that you have some of the amounts and
So
you
yeah, yeah.
can't
No,
pay the full amounts?
I do have I guess the money to invest. I have some small savings. So I could, but it's like if I was to invest that 4,000, it would be like more than 60% of what I have saved up. So it's like a huge thing. I have my
Wow.
save
Yeah.
to put 60% of that into the program. It just kind of feels scary, man. Honestly, if it was like $400, I would hop in right now. But because it's a big number, I feel like I need to. like just do some, I guess, reflecting on can I do it or not before I come through.
Yeah, well, the last thing I want to do, mate, is to take food off of your plate and put you in a bad financial situation.
Yeah,
What I do want to do is make sure that I get you into the course and get you moving away from this 140 kilos.
yeah,
Well, I mean, when the money, this is this is the easy stuff. Let's say you had the £4,000
yeah.
dropped out of the sky. I mean, would you spend it on the course or would you go on holiday?
No, I would definitely spend it on a course. I mean, if it comes down from the sky, right? It's the best place I think I can invest into myself now is into my health and fitness. So I think it's definitely a huge priority to get this problem fixed. The only thing is with the 4,000 pounds is um, it's just gonna feel scary, man. Because like I see how if I pay this money and I lose the weight, it would be good. But like there's so much like what if this happens? What if it doesn't work? Like so I feel like if I go think about it, I'll be able to. I like to sleep on things, right? I sleep it off. I see how I feel the next morning, and if it makes sense, I do it.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely respect some of that. We figure out the investments. I mean,
Yeah,
we have several payment plans to work around
yeah,
what your finances. A lot of our clients can't pay the full amounts,
yeah,
so they're in a worse situation than you.
yeah,
But we offer payment plans that works around
yeah,
that, so that they can get into the course, get that
yeah,
certainty. We'll make it work for you. But the question I have for you is: are
yeah.
you ready to step up and be the person that makes those changes necessary to have
Mm,
where you have that future where you are confident, you can
yeah.
give more to your wife, and you're no longer going down this path of 140 kg. Yes or
Oh,
no?
for sure, for sure. I definitely want to step up. I think it's now or never.
And being it down to that 90 kg where you are able to play basketball, you feel good. There's no longer this feeling of stress and anxiety. Is that a
Yeah,
life that you feel like you deserve to live and see for
yeah,
yourself and for your
for
family
sure.
and
I
for your
think
wife?
I do deserve it. I'm trying to become, I like have more self-love. So for sure, I deserve this weight. And I think any day I spend that I'm not at that weight, it's a day wasted. So I kind of want to stop wasting time as well, for sure.
Okay. Well, you said you've got a feeling of uncertainty when it comes to
Yeah,
investing that 4,000, right? You have the amount
yeah,
where it's uncertain. Well, when it comes to investing in your own weight loss, getting down to
yeah.
90 kg, how much are you willing to invest right now?
Mm, well, again, I think even if so, right now, if I had to invest something that I would feel comfortable at, is that what you're asking me?
Yes, because I don't want to put you in a bad financial situation. You said that this would be
Yeah.
60% of your savings, right? That's
Yeah,
going to
no,
give
I
you that
would still,
cushion.
yeah, I would still be able to kind of live. I mean, these are just my savings. I have my income as well from the job.
Mm.
Yeah, I would still have food on the table if I paid the full amount. But I guess what would make me comfortable to start today, I probably would be, I would do something like $500, but you're probably not something you guys can do. And so I don't want to do like no justice to you. So kind of, I
Yeah.
think if I go think about it, I come back to you and I can pay the full 4,000 if I decide. Like that makes more
Mm.
sense than to pay 500 and I say maybe I don't want to do it. Like
Yeah, yeah. I mean, again, when it comes to paying 500, there's a reason why our course doesn't cost £500. I mean, can I
yeah,
ask, do you have an iPhone by any chance?
yeah, I do got iPhone
Yeah.
13.
Do you mind telling me how much you spent on the iPhone?
Oh, because I think when I bought it, it was brand new, so it would have been like a K, 1,000.
1,000. I mean, out of curiosity, why spend 1K on an iPhone when you can basically get the same thing from China for £40?
Mm. Oh wow. I guess because everybody knows iPhone, so it's kind of you trust the brand. It's going to be a good product. Like it's maybe even some social status. Like yeah, not because necessarily I want to have an iPhone to feel good about myself, but I know it's a good phone. These
Mm.
Chinese phones, you're not sure if they're good or not.
But you'd be saving money, right?
I guess logically, yeah, for sure. Yeah, because I know I read this. Like, I think the iPhones to be manufactured, they cost like $150. So I know like the value of the phone, it's not what the price is. I know I'm overpaying for sure.
Right. I mean, with the £1,000 iPhone, it's because of the brand and the
Yeah,
certainty that you'll get the outcome that you want.
yeah,
If you got the China iPhone, you'd have to go.
yeah,
Maybe it would break. You'd have to spend
yeah,
more
yeah,
replacing it and wasting more time. So
Yeah.
the moral of the story is if you buy cheap, like if you spend £400, maybe you'll be wasting your time, you'll be wasting your money.
I kind of get what you're saying, yeah, for sure. I think for me, I don't think for the reason why so the £4,000 is not coming from a place of not wanting to do it because I feel like it wouldn't be valuable. I see how this approach could do it. It's just kind of big step for me. I think paying £4,000. I don't know why I couldn't make this decision right now. I just feel
Mm.
like I need more time.
I see. So it's a bit of uncertainty and fear. Again, I just want to make sure I'm reading this
Yeah,
correctly so I can help you out if there's anything I can do. So it's a
I
bit of
guess,
uncertainty and fear.
I guess if I had, because that's where it boils down to. I feel like if I had certainty and
Mm.
conviction, I would do it. Yeah, for sure.
Right, right. I mean, have you tried to do anything like this before?
No, no, never. Like I said, never. I just go when I went to the gym. I never invested 4K into myself. So it would be like that's maybe what's scary is like, oh wow,
Mm.
4,000. Like that,
Yeah.
the money in that range, like I buy a car with the money, right?
Mm. Well, that feeling of uncertainty is, well, as you said, it's completely normal because you've never done anything like this. But I mean, I'll offer you a different perspective. In that time that you take to think about this, I
Yeah.
mean, nothing is going to change because you don't know what you don't know. There's going to be no more new information that
Yeah.
comes up. There's no more new information. You don't know until you're in the course, until you're making those
Mm,
changes. So that
mm,
feeling of uncertainty is never actually going to go away. In fact, every single client that I've talked to, and that's been in the exact same situation as you,
okay.
they also felt this uncertainty too. They felt this uncertainty, but the one thing that made them successful is they understood that it was this uncomfortable feeling
Yeah.
that was actually driving their change.
Yeah.
So that feeling of uncertainty, brother, is never going to go away. It's
Mm,
never going to go away. And when you
okay.
decide,
Yeah.
when you decide that yes, I am finally ready, that feeling of uncertainty isn't going to be gone. In fact,
Mm,
you're going to be feeling the exact
yeah.
same right now. So, I mean, would you agree with that? Would you say anything different?
I guess when you put it this way, I think I definitely see that me taking the time to think about this can only make it worse in terms
Yeah.
of what could happen if I say no. Um, I guess if you could just make this more digestible to begin with, I would probably because to pay 4,000, I think it just kind of feels scary. But if I can
Hmm.
do like maybe something smaller, that might push me to do it quicker.
No, Baba. So again, just to clarify what you said if you continue to put this off, you'd say that it's actually making the feeling worse. Would you say that's
Yeah,
increasing the likelihood that you get to that 140 kg, that where you
no, no,
feel
yeah,
the
that's
best?
for sure. That's for sure, I think. And even just taking the time, at least I
Yeah.
know from some, I guess, personal experiences is whenever I took time to think about something, I ended up not doing it for the most part. So I know kind of if I do something with conviction and drive and I just go in,
Mm.
is when I get the best results. So I'm very like aware if I just do this the wrong way, I could get to the 140 kg as you say, and that would be pretty fucking terrifying. So I guess,
Absolutely terrifying. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Um, man, you're putting me in a tough spot here. Um,
No, I'm not. I challenge you there as well. I'm not putting you in a tough spot, brother.
yeah,
I'm
that's what I
I'm
meant. You're
I'm
telling, not
painting
in a
the
bad way.
reality, brother. This is
Yeah,
this is it's not this spot is the reality. But
yeah,
when it comes to the 4K, that big amount being scary, I mean,
yeah.
how much would you say wouldn't be scary to invest in yourself to get down to that 90 kg?
I guess so. From what we covered here today, I would be probably I would hop in maybe at a K. Even that would be scary, but I'd be like, fuck it, let's just get in because I want to see it. I want to get into the program.
Mm.
If I if it doesn't work, man, I can part my ways with the 1K, because at least I know I fucking tried. Uh, where with the 4K it would be a bit more difficult. So if you like, if I can give you a number, I would say like 1K.
1K. I mean, just out of curiosity, why do you think it wouldn't work?
I mean, you're just typical kind of questioning yourself. Can I do this? Can I make this work? Because I mean that's probably when you put it this way is I guess the effect on my confidence is even manifesting in this ways is where I think now I might not even be able to lose this weight, which is not true. Like everybody can lose the weight, but that's also fucking scary. It's just hearing myself speak these things. It sounds like I'm a victim. Like, oh man, look at me. I'm never gonna be able to change. But I guess part of my success with basketball was being a strong-minded individual who could make decisions on the spot, and I want to get back into that. So yeah,
Yeah. So you said, there's a chance that you lose motivation again and you fall off, but it's only if you put that 1K in, it's not that bad. Am I reading this correct?
no. I think if I hop in at any price point, I'll put in 100% to make this work. Just
Mm.
with like 1K, I think I can pay 1,000 to get into the program and sleep good at night. I feel like to pay the 4K to pay the
Fine.
full amount and do the
Mhm.
same, that would be scary. Yeah,
I understand. We can definitely make that work. So if you pay the 1K in today and we get you in as soon as possible, we get you
yeah,
in today, we'll set you up with a coach,
yeah,
and then you pay a 1K monthly payment plan to get you up to that 4K. Would
yeah,
this work for you?
yeah. I think it would.
Perfect. Well, I'll shoot over the link and we'll get you started.
All right, awesome. Let me do it.
Fantastic. How did you find that?
Okay, let's kind of rewind this. So I think, let's see, the discovery was good. You kind of didn't let me off the hook in terms of just probing into like what is going to be the consequence of inaction and what's going to be the consequence of action. So like painting both pictures of, okay, you succeed, this is what happens.
Mm.
You don't succeed, this is what happens. Making it very crystal clear to me that, hey man, you don't do this is how your life looks like. You do this is how your life looks like. And then you challenge me with the commitment, like, man, you don't have to do this. So why now? And then with the pitch and the objection handling now, I think the key things are, yeah, I was kind of, it's really just fear of paying the money up front. I think a lot of people have the same fear. And,
Mm.
um, that fear comes from a place of just not being sure uh, in yourself and if this can even work. So I think you handle that in a good way because you've been able to kind of turn the mirror on me. So if I say something that doesn't align with where I want to be,
Yeah,
you would ask me like, okay, but what you're saying now is obviously the right thing to do, and then if you don't, like, look, we're gonna end up um, kind of making me realize me wanting to prolong this would be consequential, maybe more consequential than just paying the money and starting for sure. So it was good. I think ultimately these kind of calls, I could see clients even say if even after the 1K, they could say, "Cool, let me think about it." Even if they do a
right.
payment plan. I didn't want to go drag this out for too long, but I think it'd be like 50-50. Some people will be like, "Okay, let's jump in." Some would be,
Interesting.
"Okay, let me think about it still." But you've kind of conducted yourself very clearly. You've communicated to me everything I needed to hear to make a decision now instead of putting it off. The only difference is, at least this is what I can give from a kind of outside perspective, is I do notice sometimes you're looking to read something from either
Yes.
a piece of paper. I guess you're still in the learning stage, but ultimately, the place you want to reach is you don't have to look at anything. You know how you have all the answers already in your mind, so you're able to kind of look me in the eyes while you tell me some stuff. Because
Mm.
at some points it felt like, okay, I tell you something, and then you're like, okay, let me see what the appropriate response for this would be. Which again, it's okay, you're practicing, but I think ultimately, if you're looking at what you need to fix, is getting more comfortable with just having a strong like vocabulary of words and objections in your mind, so that if somebody throws something at you, you know exactly what to say. You don't need to kind of, but it's okay because you're still trying to get into this. Um, Overall, it was good. I think if you were on an offer, it's difficult to say um, because I'm not performing now in this offer for more than 5 days. So uh, my input from perspective of fitness remote closing is limited. But from the kind of what I've been able to see with Tim and with these guys do big numbers, I think it was pretty aligned. The way you conducted yourself was very close to that. So I think maybe just making something unique to you. I think ultimately everybody that does big numbers in sales does the framework, but makes one unique thing about them that makes them sell like crazy. So I guess discovering what is it for you that's going to be the ultimate thing to connect with a client on a deeper level to get them in and buy, I guess.
I have noticed watching Tim's calls, and
Yeah.
have you heard of Bill Walsh?
I heard of a guy and I see some people say he's good, like good to look at, good to study. I haven't been able to check his content as of yet.
Hmm. I find out watching them, they each of them have their own. They do have their own style, their own
Yeah, yeah,
way of mixing in humor, their own vocabulary.
yeah,
I guess that's something that will come with time and just getting comfortable,
for
seeing
sure,
what works,
for
what
sure.
doesn't work.
I
Uh,
think what you could use also is you have this interesting background. You were in that wrestling. Uh, I don't know. I'm just like throwing like a wild guess, but I think even tying some of that backstory into a call somehow could like give you an edge. Um, because that's it. It's just about uniqueness. I think, at least from what I've seen, and especially in the sales I do, is that people that sell the most are the ones that make themselves unique. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to ultimately come on these calls and sound like everybody else. You want to really just be really good at what you do, right? Be very good at shifting beliefs and making people want to change, but do it your own way. And I think I definitely see the potential with you. I think you just started, but I don't know. What's your plan to get on an offer? Are you trying to look for something? Oh,
no, I'm trying to role play as much as possible, get as much feedback.
yeah,
To be honest, I don't know how to actually get on offers. I'm looking at this
yeah.
thing called Deal Fuel, but again, I don't actually know when I'll be
So
ready to
regarding that,
actually do an
the
offer.
way I got onto this offer, so I did leverage some of my previous experience to kind of put myself in the position, but there is so one Facebook group I found. It's a free group, but inside this group, this guy, his name is Zach Brown.
Yeah.
He has like a website, his pipeline of sales reps. You can apply to join that pipeline. It's free to join. You
Mm.
just send a video recording of yourself saying what your skills are, what you would like to do, and then once you get inside the pipeline, you have these job listings. I mean, maybe I can share my screen with you and just show you this for a quick second because you might find this interesting. But
Mm.
this is how I find the offer because in this sales pipeline group, you can see all the active offers. Like you can see what the revenue of the company is, what exactly they're looking for, what are the conditions you need to meet, and then you can apply for those things. Like that's how I got onto this fitness call and landed the role. But exactly through this, it took me like 2 weeks. It's very efficient in this way as well. Let me just open this for you so you can actually see that if I can.
Fantastic.
And I'll send you this on WhatsApp so you can kind of apply yourself and okay, share the screen. You should be seeing this, right?
Yep.
So that's the pipeline. So once you join, once you go through the application process, like look at this active roles. So these are the companies that are hiring at this moment. These are still interviewing stages, but they might possibly accept new applicants. Then you have ongoing hiring and always accepting. So you can like apply for all of these, but the way you would apply is you would go into, let's say this, I don't know what this is, the powerful man. So let's see, offer, it's activation method. Let's see what this is. You're looking for a closer, North America, Canada preferences. So maybe not going to work for you in the UK, but you can find some UK offers, 10% commission. Right now they have closers. The best closers doing 20K a month, and average one is doing like 15K. Company average monthly cash collected, half a mil. They have they have three closers now. We can see that they have three setters. So this gives you like a good perspective of what the
Mm.
company is actually doing. So when you apply, you know you're applying with a company that can put you on a good offer if you're good enough, right? And then you look at all of this, you analyze if you like what you see. Let's say you like this offer, then you go. So you have Zach on Facebook. In this case, you would message him on Facebook. Hey Zach, this offer looks nice. Can you connect me with the employer?
Mm.
And he's going to set up a meeting in case the employer sees your video and finds it interesting. And then you get on a call, you do an interview, and if they like you, you get into the offer.
Fantastic. That's incredible. Thank you for sharing
Yeah.
that.
No problem. And then let's see just if you can select UK. If that's actually going to show up anything for me.
Mm.
Actually, no, in the filters. Um, let's see. Where would that be? Due date, activity. Um, fuck it. I guess you have to play around with this. But I know you can select country. Okay, maybe here it is. International hiring. So you're international as well as I am. So if you look at those, okay, we have 1 active and 4 that are still possibly accepting. So you can kind of, look at these and see what you like. Try to apply. Like you have nothing to lose. And if you were to get onto an offer, like it's a good experience to practice if they let you. So let me do this. I'm going to share this with you on WhatsApp after this call. You'll have like so there's a website. So you'll go on this website, just follow the steps. I think you can dish out this application within the next 2 hours. You can record these videos and just get inside the pipeline. If you get inside the pipeline, take your time, see what you like, and then if you find an offer, good for you, man.
Fantastic. I appreciate that. Out of curiosity, you said you've been on an offer for the last, is it 5 days?
Yeah, 5 days of actually, getting on the calls, and before that, like a week of just preparing for, learning the offer, what it is, and so on, right?
Yeah. What does that look like for you on a daily basis? Like how many calls would you say you take a
Right. So
day?
look at this. Because I do part-time, because I have my daily job, I actually book my Calendly after I come home. So like I have like 2, 3 calls a day. For example, today I was supposed to have 1 call at 9, so in about 35 minutes, but I just see client message me on WhatsApp. They said they want to reschedule. They're going to be
I see.
busy. So, but typically it's about 3 calls a day. And then, for example, the weekends I have more time. So this weekend, let's look at Saturday. I think I have like, let me tell you right now. So on Saturday, I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 calls. 7 calls on Saturday, um, and then they're like basically you have pre-call scripts. So I'm gonna message all of these people on WhatsApp 1 day before, kind of get them warmed up to the call and to what we're gonna be doing, and then when the call comes, it's set up like a game plan. So we're looking at your weight, we're seeing what to do, and then at the end of the call, if it all makes sense and you like the investment, you hop in. Now the closer on this offer, the best closer does like 50K a month in commission in cash collected. So they make like 5K in commissions. So it's like the best of the best is only taking 5K. But the way she does it, it's a she, and she's from the UK as well. Her name is Mandeep. Um, she she's not using Tim's framework. She's like closing people because she's very, very social and she's very likable. I think that's what I can
Ah,
have. Those are the 2 takeaways I took, because she has no script. Like I listened to her calls. She's not saying, okay, what's the cost of inaction? Where do you see it? None of that, right? The only way she's closing it is just like chatting with them, like, hey, this is cool, blah, blah, blah. And then she connects to the prospect like a friend. Then when she asks for the money, like it just works. So I'm trying to kind of implement best of both worlds. I don't want to be too robotic, too scripted. I want to kind of be just like a normal human being,
have
because I
that
think,
normal conversation.
yeah, for sure, I think that's a big part. But we'll see how it goes for me, right? This offer could flop for me. Maybe I'm not meant to sell fitness, but anyway, I'm here to learn. I'm here to get better, because yeah, I just got into remote sales like 1 month ago, right? So it's gonna take time to get adjusted and to get good at this. But ideally, I think within this year, I will love to dial myself in, become as good as I can, so I can hit like 10K a month in comms, and that's like the big goal I'm chasing.
Fantastic. Likewise, brother.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Bro, I'll send you over this recording.
I sent you the WhatsApp as well. So no, I
Yeah,
sent you the link on the WhatsApp for the. So you go on this website, you can go through the steps and apply.
yeah,
And then you can go on Facebook. You'll see probably somewhere in there you have Zach on Facebook. You can message him there. So after he puts you in the group, whenever you need an offer and you like something, you can just message him like, "Hey Zach, can you connect me with this?" And if he thinks you're a good fit for that company, he's gonna put you on a call. He did that for me.
yeah.
I had 2 interviews and this one worked out. I got placed.
Incredible. That's fantastic to
Yeah,
hear. Well, brother, it's been fantastic role playing with
likewise.
you. I've learned a lot. I've
We
really
we
learned a
can
lot.
would be happy to do this with you sometime again. I think we'll see when. I mean, I don't know what your schedule is looking like. I'm balancing 2 jobs, this and then coming home, but probably the weekends I feel the strongest. So if you catch sometime again, I mean, it's a good kind of starting point. This is where we at now. Let's see how good we can get in the next, I don't know, few months.
Absolutely. I'll message you and then we'll sort something out. Definitely. We'll
Awesome,
role play
awesome,
again, brother.
awesome.
God, it's
Yassine,
been
was nice to meet you,
fantastic.
man.
Likewise, brother. Take care.
All right, cheers.
Cool. So I just got off my roleplay with Philippe. Off the top of my head, I cleared the objections the best of my ability. I'm not going to say that I cleared everything because realistically, if I clear all my objections, then it should be a close. So yeah, I did it to the best of my ability, and there was still a 50-50 chance that the prospect could have said, yeah, I'll think about it. Now, I had that deep pain point of, listen, the longer you keep on doing this, the worse it's going to get, the closer and closer you get to that 140 kilos. So how would the prospect still say, I'll think about it? I think I just use that against that. I say, no bother, no bother. But I'm just going to bring up your own words here. You said that the longer you leave this off, the worse it gets for you, and the less likely it is that you take in action. You take action, which means the more likely it is that you reach that 140 kilos and you move closer and closer to getting to that state where you feel depressed. You feel that guilt because you can't provide that happiness to your wife. You can't play basketball, and it looks like maybe it's the point of no return. No, I don't want that for you. Um, Again, I'm trying to understand what's going on here, because if you really want to take some time to think about it, then you're moving, in your own words, you're moving towards this 140 kg. So I mean, can I challenge you to put in 2k or put in 1k right now, so that you can actually prove to yourself right here that you're not going to move towards an action and that you are willing to actually invest? Is that something that I can challenge you to do? Yes or no? That seems like a more logical place, and I'm just using all the ammunition that they have given me. They've said it themselves. I'm moving closer to this 140 kg. Well, if you are, can I challenge you to move in a different direction then, and put in this 1,000, get the payment plan started, and actually prove to yourself that you can do this? Can I challenge you to do that? Because listen, you don't need to. You can move towards this 140 kg weight. Can I challenge you to move towards something else? Off the top of my head, that's what I was doing. Current state, desire, fear, good. I noticed that when I was going into desire, initially he was giving me negative answers. This is something that I picked up on Tim's training course earlier today. I said, well, how does that make you feel? And he started telling me, well, really, I know I wouldn't be, thinking about all the stress and this and that. That's not what I asked. So yeah, but okay, this is what you don't. What would it feel like when you do get what you want? How does that actually feel? Good. But so what I need these positive answers to paint the picture of desire. And from what I'm hearing, again, I very limited information, so I have to be vigilant when it comes to how I use the information and what sources I take them from. But I'm gonna start looking for offers, motherfucker, or at least to see what's out there. What's gonna stop me? All right. What is gonna stop me? Now, main point. It is very clear that I'm reading off a fucking script. And I am. Yeah. I'm reading. Now I know what I'm saying. Alright. I understand every single word and I know why I'm saying it, so I don't fucking need the script. Fuck this script. I don't need it. It's a crutch. It is a crutch. Now I understand diffuse, double buy-in. Why can I ask anything else other than finances? Okay, well, you had the money dropped out of the sky. Would you do this and that? And then, okay, well, can I challenge you to do this? I know what to say. I don't need a fucking crutch. I'm gonna get my food. I'm gonna draw out a flowchart. So not a script, a flowchart, a structure, because I understand the words. What's tripping me up is when do I use what? What do I do here? I know what to say. It's just a structure. A flowchart's going to clear that up. which is basically the next stage of moving up in this. Today's fucking rest day. I've got a fucking rest day. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do some stretching and I'm gonna do some shadow boxing in my room. Yeah, I definitely. When it comes to my training, I overtrain. I do. Yeah, training 6 days a week and going hard for all of those 6 days. Like it's not like I skimp on those 6 days. No, I go like I throw with fucking everything at it. Definitely overtrain. So fucking rest day, mashallah. Alright, I got the second part of the objections masterclass when it comes to Bill Walsh's objection box. That's in 2.5 hours. Yeah, his stuff when it comes to partner protocol, that shit looks refined as fuck. That's definitely a better way to do things. Or at least it just feels more natural. But I haven't got clear notes when it comes to that framework. I really want to watch back these recordings when they're uploaded. Super good stuff. And I've got on Friday Bill Walsh personal roleplay 10:30 till 11. Fuck yes. I cannot wait. Yes, it'll probably be difficult. They'll probably throw some weird objections at me. Can't fucking wait. Mashallah. Onwards. Good shit.